Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3, back with another kicking graphic novel review. Today we have one of the two prequel graphic novels to the Godzilla vs. Kong film, 2021, Kingdom Kong. Great name, really liked it. Really cool name. Let me read you the back of the book real quick. Kingdom Kong, the sequel to the motion picture Kong Skull Island and the graphic novel Skull Island, The Birth of Kong. A group of highly skilled Monarch pilots gather together on Skull Island to see who has the right stuff to take on a dangerous mission into the Hollow Earth. One of the pilots, Audrey, is haunted by the memories of a monstrous clash with a bat-like titan that left deep scars. Following an attack, Audrey must come to terms with her inner demons or face destruction, and Kong, finding his home threatened, must rise to face a usurper that would plunge his kingdom into perpetual night. Kingdom Kong is written by Maria Nello, with art by Zid, who did the art for Skull Island, The Birth of Kong, and some other monster books like Trick or Treat and stuff. So it's got consistent art with the last graphic novel from the Monsterverse. The last Kong one, anyways. The last one was actually Aftershock. And the art's pretty different from Aftershock, I think, if I remember correctly. I don't know. I haven't read Aftershock since 2019. So, starts off with the pilot. And she's got a lot of trauma because one of her friends was put into a coma when this big bat kaiju attacked. And the bat kaiju is named Kamataz. I'm definitely pronouncing that incorrectly. It's like a Mayan. I actually have written a stat block for Call of Cthulhu 7th edition for the Mayan mythological creature that this kaiju is named after. It was like a Mayan vampire bat monster that was like half human, half bat, and it would turn to stone in the day and then become active at night. They'll go to Skull Island to, do Skull Island stuff. Kong very briefly fights a spirit tiger kaiju, which is a giant white tiger that glows, and it's got like blank white eyes and deer antlers. It's a beautiful kaiju, but it was very small compared to Kong, and he just snapped its little neck. They fight some other things, like those little raptor things. They named him in the last thing. I don't remember what they're calling. And then the bamboo spider, Mother Longlegs. The humans fight one of those. Kong fights a giant squid, some psycho vultures, and the psycho vultures are like tiny versions of the big bad of the book, which is the monster that put the other pilot's friend into a coma. It's the same monster. So Kamazats, Kamazats, I think it's Kamazats, only comes out when it's like pitch black. And you remember in GVK where we find out this, like a storm overtook Skull Island and then they never explained it? I hate when like movies do that. Like, that's one thing that like Star Wars, for example, is probably the most guilty of it. There's a lot of stuff in Star Wars films where it's like, you can only really understand this completely if you've read this novel or this comic or saw this TV show. And it's like, the movies, the general audience isn't absorbing all the side media, That's kind of for the biggest fans for most of the part. The TV shows and movies need to be mostly self-contained. It does explain that storm. So apparently King Ghidorah, I think there was a licensing issue. They couldn't say King Ghidorah or Godzilla's name in this book. Because I think you'd have to technically license them both for the book if you did that, which would be infinitely more expensive. So they never say Godzilla's name or King Ghidorah's, even though they reference them multiple times. But apparently, you remember how King Ghidorah like created a storm wherever he flew in KOM, and it was like a really cool thing. Well, apparently the reason that happens is because his wings are so powerful, he tears apart the stratosphere as he flies, which I think is like the coolest thing. Even though that also could have been explained a little better in the movie. But it wasn't really a necessary explanation. That's just kind of a fun fact to add on to it, see? So that King Ghidorah storm connected with the storm surrounding Skull Island, and then it just completely overtook the island. Camazotz came out along with a bunch of Psycho Vultures to fight. Kong barely beats this monster, and he only beats it because the humans helped him, and he acknowledges the humans that helped him. There's some cool art in the back of the book, and it's got like kaiju profiles, which is really cool. It's got a profile for Camazotz about it. It's got a profile for the Spirit Tiger. So all the two new kaiju get profiles. The others were in previous comics and movies, so they don't get profiles, just the new ones. But we get 2 brand new kaiju in this book. That's always fun. It's pretty kick-ass. Some good human characters. It's a short book, I'll admit. The story is kind of short. But that's kind of fine. It's just a little movie prequel book. It's fine, right? Totally okay. Even though all the characters in this aren't the ones that are in the movie. Like, one of the movie characters appears at the very end. And that's like it. Next time I'll be reviewing Godzilla Dominion, which is the Godzilla side of this. There were 2 prequel books, as I said, Godzilla Dominion and Kingdom Kong. Is this one better, or is Godzilla Dominion better? You'll have to watch the Godzilla Dominion review to find out. That's right, I'm going to do it to you. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. We got a link tree now, because lots of the time apparently links weren't working in the YouTube description, so I just put them all on Linktree, and that appears to have fixed everything. Also check out our Patreon. Would really enjoy your patronage there. That's it. Thank you all once again, and I'll see you all next time.